was not on my bingo card. So it's mid-June, and you know what that means. It's game announcement season, where the biggest studios and publishers reveal what they've been working on that's set to release anywhere within this year, next year, or even beyond. We've got Summer Game Fest, which is essentially the successor to the now dead E3, along with digital presentations from the big three of the console gaming space: Nintendo, PlayStation, and of course, Xbox. Now, Xbox in particular had a pretty decent showcase this year, providing us with deeper looks into upcoming first-party titles like Fable, Halo Campaign Evolved, and the console-exclusive Gears of War E-Day, in addition to some pretty neat third-party announcements like Wolong 2, Wings of Ember, Metro 2039, and Spyro: A Realm Beyond, which is awesome. A super neat lineup of games by themselves, but what more could you expect? Well, our friends at Atlus showed up, and they showed up not f***ing around. They gave us a full-fledged look at Persona 4 Revival, which genuinely looks outstanding, fusing the original game's groovy aesthetic with the visual bite that Persona 5 and Persona 3 Reload to create a look that's nothing short of riveting. Simply showing off this trailer was a fulfilling flex of whatever's in the kitchen over at Atlus, and they could have easily bowed out in a satisfying manner afterward. But no. Turns out they had one last trick up their sleeve, and I think many of us were simply wondering what the heck else could they possibly have that would top the peak that they had just showed us. Well, that's one way. We got the first official look at Persona 6 and its logo. And to say that I was left with my jaw hanging when I saw this live would be an insane understatement. I was floored. At that point, Persona 6 was just becoming more and more of a myth that many of us believed was too distant to ever become a reality. But finally, after 10 years since Persona 5's original Japanese launch, we have our first taste of the franchise's glorious future. Somewhat. The trailer really didn't show us or tell us anything of real substance aside from the fact that Persona 6 was very real and being actively worked on, and that's all I need, frankly. Atlus's mere showing us that Persona 6 was real, had some form of footage to show off, and was likely to release in the next 2 or 3 years was enough to make this announcement one of the highlights of this game announcement season. And all I'm hoping for is that we see some sort of gameplay not too far from now, because I would hate to have to wait a long time for some sort of substantial footage to chew on until it's released. And maybe a logo update, because this is giving me initial Street Fighter 6 logo vibes. Ugh.